In this video, we go to Prospect Park in Brooklyn, which is arguably New York City's most famous metal detecting park, but also its most hunted. And a crucial but sometimes overlooked feature of the dais 2 absolutely shines at the end of this video. It is time to metal detect. We're looking for Jeff. Let's see where we go. I don't know where we're going. This place is amazing. We've been to it a million times, and every time that you go, you see scores of other detectorists. I found Jeff, by the way. We climbed hills. Oh man, it's real. Let's go.
Gotta get on the treadmill.
Yeah. And now Dora's about to get some backpack envy. All right, so we got the backpack here. Dora would be jealous. I gotta choose. Am I going big? Am I going 11-inch, 13-inch? We'll see. Yeah, it was taught to me in France, you do not ever have to mess with this thing here. Like unscrew the coil to change the coil. All you have to do is just throw on another coil, separate this, and throw this in. Basically, everything XP Designs has ergonomics in mind, and you just have to plug and play. And that's about it. Like so. Stay there. The end I would advise is some extremely valuable knowledge that we're passing on in this video. We're going to move fast in other parts. There's a few other tidbits that we're going to teach, and we're going to work our way to that ending. All right, we got something in the 60s right here. Fantastic start, but you know what? The pull tab days were a while ago. Something that might be at the edge of detection depth right here. Wasn't as deep as I thought. This was probably on the side. We are on the wheat. Yeah, Wheaties can be underappreciated. This is about 100 years old now, and yeah, this was the first decent corn of the day. Wheaties are not a big deal in themselves, but it reminds you that you are in an area that there could be drops that were made of silver. And this is where I start to grid, okay? Now, there's some people that'll walk into the park and start to grid. Oh my God, that drives me crazy. You need to rethink your life. No, when I find something old, that's when I really start to look in that proximity. Yep, junk. Penny. I got something old and from England, from the year 800. I stayed in the area for a bit, and when I moved to a slightly different area, maybe about 10 feet away, this is what happened to the dirt. Really deep. 91. We got it out of the hole. This one was very deep. And it's some clad. It was deep clad. I pulled 2 or 3 signals like that in that area, and even though we got 2 wheat cents there, it was time to move on. Look at this. Somebody set up a chair here. This was like their place. Yeah, these are trails. I just found this on the surface. It's a new dime. Let's go further. Look at the green. Signs of spring happening already. It's early February. Yeah, so far I've found a lot of spots that have a lot of surface targets, junk, you know, trails that people walk, get exercise. See, even that's pretty much surface. Looking for that deeper layer, and I'll stick around where that deeper layer is. All right, now let's start to break that big tip. Now, what was I alluding to at the beginning of this video? It's called audio response. And basically, the further away the coil is from the target, the softer the sound is going to be. So here's audio response, and I'm going to move this down to a 1. So basically anything that is close to the surface, it's going to sound loud. Anything that's deep, it's going to sound soft. So let's, you're going to get the volume from here. Let's put this close enough. I got a 1/4. Now let's go close. You could hear that. Now as I move it away, You hear that? Could barely hear it. You could hear it perfectly with headphones, though. That is extreme audio response. I'm about 8 inches away, and that is extreme audio response right there. If you move this up to 7, see, I'm far away. It sounds like it's surface. What I do in this video is I move it pretty low. I think I had it at 2 or 3. Why did you do that, Merrill? And first of all, let me preface, this is not the entire tip. I did something else. I mixed audio response with something else. But to tell you my rationale for this, you hear a lot of stuff in a public New York City park. And I'm not talking about crime or anything like that. I'm talking about there's a lot of stuff in the dirt. And when you hear those softer sounds, that's a cue to tune in. That's a cue that there might be deeper and older stuff. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. '88, deep. Let's go. I see it right here. What do we got? Well, I see Abe first of all. I think we're on the wheat. Yes, wheat scent. All right, let's keep looking around here. 1914, so more than 100 years old. But again, these are not the treasures. These are the hints that the treasure is near. Interesting sound to this signal. It's 80, it's deep. Even better sound with the hole open. This is deep. Uh-oh. I see you. What are you? This might be an Indian head penny. I don't know. Yep, this is a Indian head penny. Okay, awesome. There we go. I'd consider that the first treasure of the day. I love these coins. I remember my grandparent had one just like laying around the house, and I was fascinated with it. Love finding them. This one's from 1902. Got to clean the back a little bit more. That was about 9.5, 10 inches. I would say, depending upon the quality of your hearing, even a low audio response will go just as deep as a high audio response. But the thing is, it's going to be very faint. So I'll preface that with depending upon your hearing. This is the coolest looking pull tab I've ever seen. Look at that. Who cares? Another deep signal right here. 50s, 60s. We might have gotten something good. What is this? Yeah, well, it was a piece of something, but not terribly impressed. Here's the thing. The pull itself was impressive. The depth of the pull versus the size of the object, that was a good pull. Yeah, junk. But we found a interesting little spot that might be overlooking a lake here. Let's keep looking. This is exactly what I'm looking for. 76 deep. Ah, look at this. Is this gilded? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably part of a screw. Do you see what I see? That sucker is gilded. What in the world is this? Let's clean it up a little. All right, that's more like it. Yeah, it's clearly gilded. It's not made of gold. What exactly is this? See some detail in there? That's interesting. All right, smart people in the comments, please help me out. 80, 81 with that good sound. This is going to be good. There it is. And what do we have? Oh, I see Abe. Probably going to be a wheat cent. Yeah, wheat cent. Yeah, I wouldn't call this one the holy grail of wheat cents, but it's close. It's a 1909. Isn't there something with the name? Look down there. I think it's got it. The initials at the bottom. Even I know that. I think it's got it. Okay. That's pretty epic. I'm just learning this right now. I called that one. Now, think about it. When you're listening to music and it is really loud, you're not hearing the nuances of the sound. When you dim the amplitude just a little bit, you can hear so much more. Okay, wait a second. I went over the hellhole again, and I found this. What in the world is this? Is that a button? This rang up 51. Same hole right by the penny. All right, we got something interesting here. Oh, I like that too. This is a old fishing weight. So I stayed in that spot for a bit, and then I met up with Jeff in the field below. All right. We're gonna try an open field. Got a nickel signal. People leave those behind for some reason. Womp, womp, womp. Beaver tail. Okay, might have gotten something interesting. It's a strangely cut piece of metal here. I pulled a few more targets. Another fishing weight, that makes sense. But the challenge that all big city detectorists face showed itself again. Oh, by the way, here's what a New York park sounds like. So what was the big solution that goes beyond audio response here? Well, this is kind of a new thing for me. I notched out quite a bit. I moved it up to about 70, 75, so that anything that was below 75, I wouldn't hear. What made the detector lock in for me this day, and it's yet to happen, you're gonna see it, was a low audio response and also a notch up to 75. I was isolating part of the scale. I was going for the highly conductive targets like copper and silver, but I was listening for those faint, deep signals. And do you know why I did that? The problem is in here. My brain, probably your brain, although I might be underestimating you, cannot process this. So I focused on highly conductive signals that are on the top of the target ID scale. And I was isolating only deep signals, only when it has that weak audio response. That's when I decided to dig. Watch what happens. Good signal here. 70s deep. Deep. Okay, this is probably part of a lantern. That was a good pull. Wasn't what we wanted, but that is that's a Deus 2 crater right there. Oh look, here we go. Here's the other part. Here we go again. I see you. Indian head, there we go. Second Indian head penny of the day. Nice. Okay, check this one out. This is pretty incredible. I've not found very many in the 1860s. I don't think this is a fatty. 1864. That's pretty incredible. No, the fishing weight. Uh-oh. 94, 95. Interesting signal. One was a penny memorial, but something else down here. Yep, deeper, but another penny. So I kind of was premature with that. We're about to get to the lock-in point, but I was still just only hunting with the low audio response. I did not do the disc yet. I don't know what's calling me to dig this. 4238 bounce. It's aluminum, but you know what? The soil over here, this is not disturbed. So this is a good area to dig, because there's no rocks, no disturbances. Sorry, worm. This is the good stuff right here. 64, 65. Sounds good. I see you. Is that a nickel or is that button? Oh, I don't know. That is just caked to it. I should let it be, but I want to get a peek. I think this is going to be an old nickel. There we go. Man, this was a tough one to ID, but we're able to do that. First, you see here, that looks like it's 5, and I was thinking shield nickel, but look at this. You see that V in the middle there? And then you turn it over and you could see more clearly on the other side, the outline of Liberty and the stars. This is going to be a very toasted V nickel. Quarter, these are getting so scarce. Nope. And this looks to be a handle of a spoon. Nickel. Here's where I'm just like, okay, it's time to isolate, and I make the adjustment. Audio response is going to be low, and we're going to move the notch. We're going to move the disc up to 75. All right, we're going to have to compromise a little bit. So let me go back and show you. You hear that? Welcome to New York. Deus can handle it, but what I'm going to need to do is disc out some stuff. What do we have here? Oh, we are on the wheat. There we go. Barely registering. 92. Okay, on the wheat again. Let's get some silver. Yes, we did.
Haagen-Dazs has been unlocked.
This is the same hole. I went over it again. And of course it is. I had a feeling. When you're getting wheat cents, you're gonna get your, it's where you get your mercs. There's always a part in this video where I get a merc. Okay, there we go. Deep down, very deep down, I'm thankful for the mercs. I think that says 1942. And the wheat cent, not sure what that says. That's 1919. Okay, listen to pretty much the same area of park with the disc up to 75 and the audio response low. Listen to this. Okay, now give it a listen. Same spot. Soveriegn is still there. 80s are still there. Notched out everything up to high 70s. Now the Deus's swing is naturally a little bit faster. And what I'm also going to do is adjust reactivity. I'm going to bring down to 2. And let's see how we rock. All right, I isolated a deep signal, 88. Let's go. Deep memorial. Yeah, I can't get a date. Now most of your swings are going to be stuff that is like pretty close to surface. You got to listen. There's a slight difference you could hear in your headphones for a deeper signal. Your audio response dictates that. This might be the best signal of the day right here. That sounds good. I see you. That was really deep. And it's a penny, and it's going to be another wheat. Did you hear the difference on that? You hear how soft that was? This one was 1915, but a good date. But the point is, this will work in other settings. This is obviously not a permission. That's where you get the exotic coins. That's where you need to get it all. These are settings that will help you get it all. Hear the difference? Listen to that gentle. sound. That's deep. Audio response dictates that. Memorial penny, and that was about 7.5 inches down. High hopes for this one. It's in isolation. Repeating and deep. You hear that softness to it? That's the audio response. I see you. It's a button. There we go. Shank is gone. That might be our fault that the shank is gone. We've got a nice button. Yeah, concave button. Not really too much detail. All sorts of signals here. I'm hearing the rejected sound. And right in the middle of it, another deep one right here. You guessed it, wheat cent. Dime. Deep 83, 84. Could this be an Indian head? What do we have here? We got something interesting. This looks like it's made of silver. Well, got the copper here. This looks like the top. I'll show you what I mean. Let me get it cleaned up. Yeah, look at the detail in here. Obviously it is just a layer of silver on top of copper. But what exactly is this? You have two tubes. It's like shaped like a Y. Something tells me this has to do with horses. I don't know. Looking forward to what you say in the comments. I think you get the point, so I'm going to show you the rest pretty fast, but it was locked in that day, and I was only focusing on those deep, highly conductive signals. This is a pretty old key. On the wheat again. We are on the wheat again. Oh yeah, we're going fishing for deep. That was a pretty good test. Another wheat cent. Well, found somebody's keys from a long time ago. This is pretty easy with the high conductors that are deep. Like if you train your ear to hear the faint sound, that's a good way that you could cherry pick the deep. So I finished the day with getting half a ring. I know that looks gold, but that's a silver ring. And it is just a reminder that you really need to try different things on your detectors, whether it's the Deus 2 or something else. I know that there are ways that you can adjust the volume for ranges of numbers to on target ID, and I'm going to be experimenting with that. Anyway, I hope this video helped, and I thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.